I'm Hillary Mulick, a wedding photographer based in the Carolinas, and welcome back to this week's episode on my YouTube channel. I'm going to be talking about my 3 favorite sitting poses that I love using with all of my couples. So sitting poses can sometimes be a little bit tricky with different heights and with different terrain that you're working with, and so today I'm going to be sharing my 3 favorite poses that I love using when I have my couples sitting down. The first sitting pose that I love using is when I have a couple sit side by side to one another. This can be them sitting on a step next to each other, on a ledge next to each other, just somewhere where they can sit and their legs are dangling down in front of them, where they're sitting next to each other. I think this pose is a really sweet pose where I can have them turn into one another and kind of snuggle in. They can have their arms draped over one another and just nuzzling noses. I think there's just so much variety that you can do with just simply having the couple sit side by side next to each other. The second sitting pose that I love using with couples is having them sit on steps at different heights. So generally I will have, if I'm working with a guy and a girl, I will have the guy sitting on a higher step and then have the girl sitting between his legs on the step just lower than him. And I think this is a really cute snuggling pose where he can drape his arms around her shoulders and hug her in tight. She can hold on to his hands and they can look at each other. It can make for a really beautiful portrait of them looking at the camera at me, and then even just snuggling in. He can kiss her forehead here or kiss her temple. This is just a really cute photo of just having them on different heights on stairs. So the third sitting pose that I love using with all of my couples is when I'm having them sit on the ground. I will have them sit front to back. So a little bit similar to how they're sitting when they're on steps, except for this one has a little bit more variation with it because you're not on a structure like steps, you're just on the ground. So I might have the guy sit down first on the ground, and then the girl will sit down in between his legs with her back to the front of his chest, and they can snuggle that way, or she can turn onto her side and have her shoulder into his chest, and then they can look at each other a little bit more. I just think there's a lot more variety that you can do in this position when they are sitting on the ground. And I love doing this specific pose when we are in nature. So when they are in a field or when we're in a forest or in the wild or something, I think this is a really fun pose to do where they're sitting on the ground and she's sitting in between his legs, and then they're just snuggling in close and looking at each other and just having a really cute intimate moment. So those are my 3 favorite sitting poses that I love using with my couples. I hope that was helpful to you and that you can use these poses at your next couple sessions. If you're interested in more posing tips, I actually have a free guide down in the description below, how to get a variety of photos with just one pose. It's my secret to posing my couples less, but moving myself around and being able to still get a variety of photos for their final gallery while actually posing my couples less and helping them stay relaxed and calm throughout the session. You can download that free guide down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next week for a new YouTube video. See you then. Bye.